Alright guys, welcome back. This is picking up in the same storm where I just had a flat tire on the New Holland tractor, and this is that same day, that morning. I was walking up to my brother-in-law's and Doug showed up and picked me up, which is one of our employees. He did hear me on the radio, so by the time I got up there to my brother-in-law's house to go in, he pulled up and picked me up. We went and got some breakfast at the local deli, and then I went and got this John Deere tractor and got to work. So yeah, hope you enjoy the video. And this was January the 29th and this snow is from the nor'easter that came through here. And it was only like 5 inches of snow, if that, but the wind got up. Drifts everywhere. Alright, I'm going to I'm going to switch over to this tractor. Right, so we're now in the John Deere, and we're going to, got the 4,000 HLA on the front, snowblower on the rear, and we're going to blow a drift out of the road right here. Well, that went good until I went to get the camera off the fender, and the magnets had froze to the fender and about jerked all of them out of the bottom of my mount. Daggone it. Can't have nothing. Anyway, we got that one. I'm gonna clean it off with the blade here and put the blade down.
This is a loader mounted blade, obviously, so it's a little different than the 60/30. One of the biggest things I noticed is you can't see this blade as good, but it does work really good, and this tractor will actually hold the road a lot better than the 60/30 as far as pushing drifts. And I don't know why, but it does. Even without the chains on it, it'll hold its own. It'll go straight instead of trying to go sideways a lot better than the 60/30 will. And I think I've said this in another video, but in case you didn't watch that video, I just wanted you to know. And I don't know if it has to do with more weight on the front of the tractor because of the loader being on it. What do you think, Dorsey? You think so? But it does really good at busting drifts. And of course, the blade, it's the same width blade. The 60/30 has the wing deal on it. They're both 4000 series 10-foot blades, but the 60/30 has 3-foot wings on each side. The 60/30 is the New Holland tractor that I normally plow with. That's what I'm referring to as the 60/30. That's, geez, careful when you put the plow down. I decided I wanted to try to scrape this off a little more, but I don't think it's going to do a whole lot of good. What do you think?
I think
it's froze, ain't it?
I think it's coming to.
It is cold. All right, we're going to move on to the next drift. Okay, so we're back where we was at with the 60/30 earlier. I don't know if that was, it might have been a different video, the video before this one, or maybe the same video, but there's a lot of snow drifting going on right here, and we're going to fix it with the snowblower. Won't take long, I don't think. What do you think?
Nope.
Nope. But look, up here it's almost halfway out of the road. Got half the road blocked up here.
Man, how am I going to push a flood? And then we're going to use some blower.
That's right. We'll use the blower. we got another nice drift here. It's on Dairy Road. It's almost as tall as the snowblower. Sorry about the nasty window, but it's just kind of comes with the job. Salt, frozen water, all that wonderful stuff. Right, Dorsey?
Yep.
Dorsey's still here. About lunchtime, we gotta go get some lunch. Be careful not to overload and break a shear pan, like I did a few minutes ago. Broke a shear pan on this thing, but I was like pushing. I was trying to help a neighbor out. His driveway was drifted worse than this. I should have filmed it, but my battery's kind of dead. Been letting it charge, and it was deeper than the snowblower, and it was all the way across his driveway, and so the whole snowblower was jammed full of snow, and I was going a little too fast, and kablooey, broke the pin. So I had to go and dig it out with a shovel because it was all stopped up, and then we got it going again. So now we're back on VDOT road here, blowing snow. This thing is a whole different animal though, because used to you could easily overload the chain that run the augers, and we fixed that problem, and I'm going to show you how we fixed it here in a little bit. We put another idler in there, and I tell you what, now it's a whole new animal. The augers don't slip at all now. It just eats until you break a shear pin. And the only reason I'm breaking shear pins is because this tractor's got more horsepower than it's rated for. Typically you only break a shear pin if you got the right size tractor. You only break a shear pin if you like hit a piece of firewood, for example. I got a piece of firewood in the other one in the Massey Ferguson last snow, and no, it wasn't my firewood. It was laying on the side of the road, and I sucked it right up in there over on the bent road. We're on Dairy Road right now, kind of on the crest of the hill. It always drifts right here really bad, and always have to, when we get a lot of drifting, always have to work here quite a bit. But it really improved this snowblower because I don't have to go so slow with it now. It'll actually eat snow without the chain that drives the auger slipping, and I'm just so impressed with how much better it does. So impressed. Should have done it years ago. Remember last time I was pushing snow, the chain broke on this one, and that's because the chain was always slipping and popping and jumping, and it just wore slam out and broke. So now it ain't slipping and popping, so this chain should last longer in theory. It does run into snow though a lot. Now snow probably isn't good for the chain because you can't keep the lubricant on the chain. You can lube it all you want. As soon as you run it into snow, and the chain is on the left side, by the way, so it's always on the side I'm digging in the deepest snow with, and it just wipes that lube right off the chain immediately. So it's always running. It's running into snow, and the snow may have some lubricating properties to it. You know, it's obviously slick, so that might help, but it's probably not as good for it as oil, and it may be as bad as running water in it. I don't know. So, anyway, we are getting this job done with the right equipment. At least we're making it work with the equipment we have anyway. Right, Dorsey?
Yep.
Good. Okay. We'll talk to y'all in a little while. cutting through with this little old bitty snowblower. Yep. Oh, this one. Anyway, this thing works pretty dang good for what it is. Oh, the modification. You see this idler gear right here? It used to not have that. It just went straight from here to here. And it didn't get this all these extra teeth. It went about straight from here, straight down to there. This thing just slipped and popped and cracked all the time, and it wouldn't run the augers. It's just a pain in the ass. But now, works great. I mean, great. I've been running this thing for several, well, we've had it for several years. Use it every time the snow gets deep like this to clear drifts, and it ain't never worked this good since the day it was new. I mean, it was always a problem with that chain popping and cracking. And I mean, I wore the first sprocket that was on that bottom roller, I wore it out the first snow that I ever did, just because it kept popping and jumping the cogs, and it wore all the teeth off of it, and I had to get a new one. And it just never did do what you thought it ought to. And then I run that single auger one last time it snowed on the Massey Ferguson, and it worked really good. I didn't figure it would work good with a single auger, but where it only had that one auger, the chain came out there at such an angle, it went all the way around that sprocket except for just a little bit, you know. And the auger never slipped on it, and man, that thing would eat the snow. And I thought, man, I got to get this other one where it works like that one. And I need to rotate my chute. So that's what I did. I come up with the idea to put that idler sprocket in there, and I talked to Dad about it. I said, what do you think about this? And he said, I think you need to do it. So we stole the idler sprocket off the single auger and built that, or installed it right there. We had to do some welding and some fabrication drilling. And it wasn't hard. It took us about an hour. And then I had a new sprocket, so I put the new sprocket on the bottom, and I flipped the sprocket over on the top drum, and this thing is just eating, man. It's eating. I'm impressed. Should have done that years ago. Years ago. But anyway, we didn't. Now, if the rest of it will just hold up, which, you know, we don't use it all that much. We do use it commercially, but we don't use it every day. It gets used maybe 20, well, no, it don't even get used 20 hours a year. It don't even get that much use. Might get 10 hours a year. Pretty disheartening when it was wearing stuff out so quickly on that chain and jumping cogs when you didn't use it no more than what we were using it, you know. But anyway, I think we got it straightened out. It's eating some frozen snow right now. She's moaning a little bit. Don't like it frozen snow, but it will eat it most of the time. I hadn't sheared a pin in frozen snow. Knock on some wood here somewhere. I ain't got wood grain in here. But maybe she'll be alright. I don't know if I said it before, but the frozen snow is from the last snow. Wind is blowing it right towards the tractor. ain't really doing a whole lot right at the moment. I'm just barely trimming this off, trying to get a little extra width right here where everybody keeps pushing this snow against this bank, against this old snow bank. There just ain't a whole lot of room for new snow, and I don't know if we'll get any more snow like this year or not, but this is the third one I've had to push and the second one I've had to blow. Usually we only get one, maybe one that I have to get the blower out on. Most time I don't even have one, but here lately, this year, I've had to use it twice. It's a good thing we worked on it the other day. We got it going again, and we got the HLA blade fixed. It's a good thing we done that, because we've been using it too quite a bit until the tractor tire went flat, which I probably would have done switch to this tractor anyway so I could run this blower and do all that jazz. But all right, well, enough of this. I guess I'm gonna keep doing this, but y'all are gonna go away for a while. So we'll talk to y'all later. If this is the end of the video, I appreciate you watching. Oh, and please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, or give me a thumbs down if you didn't like it, because when you rate it, it gives it a broader reach. If you just watch it and you don't give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, it doesn't reach as many people. So appreciate it if you would rate it. Thank you.